What's going on YouTube? My name is D-Weezy and welcome back to another video. Now in this video, I randomly thought about things that happened many years ago, just like a normal human being would do. And I was thinking to myself, I lived through these times, so I just really wanted to share because I know I ain't the only person that ever been through this. So, without any further ado, let's have a random talk. So I vividly wanted to talk about how these things literally took the word by storm for many years with me growing up. I'm talking about I lived through Pokemon days, I lived through the Yu-Gi-Oh days, I lived through the Bakugan days. But is this one specific one that I also went through that's part of the Big Four, or Fantastic Four, people might want to say, or I'll say, that I vividly seen that translate through my middle school days. You probably guessed it, or if you already have it in your mind, say it with me. Beyblade. Beyblade took my middle school years by storm, especially my sixth and seventh grade years. I done seen people sell Beyblades. I done seen people have Beyblade let it rip battles in the hallways, in the classroom, and specifically in art class because art class they always had a substitute teacher that didn't care about anything except were you in the classroom or not. And sometimes don't even care about that. They're probably on their phones or reading a book or being on their laptop, whatever they be. And people all be in the back of the class in the corner saying Beyblade, let it rip. I seen people were also like stealing Beyblades. I seen people just casually bringing Beyblades to school. People were stealing them from Walmart and Toys R Us and whatever places that sell Beyblades that's under the sun. People was buying them from there, and people were stealing from the stores. People were also bringing the stadiums that represents the Beyblade stuff that's actually in the show to the school so they can actually have the Beyblades collide with each other. Because back in the day, with most people, they'll just spin it and then it was the last man standing kind of thing. It's like if your Beyblade is spinning the longest, you would win. It got to the point when people were literally putting bets on which Beyblade would last longer. It literally got to that point. People were literally putting their money and bread on the line just to see which Beyblade would last longer. It was that crazy, bro. I'm telling you. I know you said that's crazy, but I said it too. Now, I didn't see it as much with Bakugans, or I seen a little bit with Yu-Gi-Ohs when people would bring in like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and they would have a battle thing themselves. And I didn't see it that much with Pokemon at all in terms of like the cards or whatnot. But I vividly remember Beyblade was like one of them ones, bro. It was head honcho in my life. But speaking of Beyblade, I want to talk about that specifically because I grew up being a huge Beyblade fan. And now I'm talking about all these other people. I might as well talk about myself while I'm at it. I had the stadiums. I had the different Beyblades. I was the one mixing and matching parts to make it look more appealing or make them be faster or make them bulkier or make them just different ways for my own enjoyment. I literally used to binge watch Beyblade. So I was watching Beyblade stuff on YouTube. I remember just straight up being the biggest Beyblade fan in my city. It was literally like that, man. And I also had the Bakugans. I didn't have all of them, but I did have some of them. I did have the most popular ones, of course. And when I was binge watching Bakugan too, you know you're a big fan, just like I mentioned earlier about how I was watching Beyblade stuff on YouTube. I was doing that with Bakugans too. Bakugan Brawl. That's why I was screaming. I had the Bakugan stuff as well. I didn't have too many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I only had remember seeing myself having like one deck of Bakugan cards. I remember vividly having a few Pokemon cards. It could be like Pikachu, the Charmanders, the Squirtles, the Mewtwo's, and just the most popular ones pretty much. With a mix of the ones that core fan bases even knows. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick because I vividly thought about it while in the midst of thinking about what I wanted to talk about from the last video y'all watched, and it just randomly popped up in my head that I literally lived through those times. People were straight up doing that stuff with Beyblades year round in my middle school days. It was just so. Let me know how you feel about the Fantastic Four with Beyblade, Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. Do y'all rock with them? Do you not rock with them? Did you grow up being big fans of them? Do you grow up not liking them? Let me know the reasons why. And with that being said, you want to do all the stuff that every YouTuber tells you at the end of the videos, you can do that or not. Like I always say, y'all grown, y'all can do whatever y'all want. With that being said, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.